Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day. Well, today we will be talking about alternatives. Um, what can I say about that? Um, Instead of loading up on sugars and sweets, I did something special for you guys. Did you see? Did you see? Happy Valentine's Day. So, what I want to say before I bring my buddy on is, and he'll probably say it as well, why not put the time into yourself? Today we'll be talking about alternatives and basically why are we loading up on sugars. But I just wanted you guys to know that you are beautiful and that it is important to find alternatives, not just sugar, but there's other things that we can do. I guess I should, let me see, to love. I guess what I'm asking is, do you have loved ones? Do you have loved ones that respect what you're trying to do, that support you making healthy choices? That's what today is all about. So while we're waiting on my friend Martin to come on, what do you guys do? Are you gonna load up on sugars? For those, let me see if I can show you. I'm getting ready to knock my set down. Simply Jewel lipstick is what I have on for all the girls. So if the guys don't know what to get their ladies, Simply Jewel. This is Simply Pucker lipstick. So, like I said, waiting on my buddy Martin. Here he is now. Stand by, please. So, haha, happy Valentine's
Well,
Day.
happy Valentine's Day. Hi, Jewel. How are you?
I'm just overacting today. I felt like let's just help people to love on themselves and celebrate themselves. Just doing stuff to help people to be their best self. So I thought I'd set up our little stage for us today and to say, why not put time into yourself? Why load up on all the sugars? And then I was promoting my lipstick for the guys that are still trying to find ways to encourage their loved ones. They can get the Simply Jewel Pucker lipstick. How about that?
Yeah, that's.
How are you today?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. There's like a mini snowstorm going on in Las Vegas, so just trying to avoid that, trying to stay warm. But other than that, it is Valentine's Day. I did make my grocery run earlier before all the chaos, and I saw donuts and muffins and sweets, and I heard you reference it earlier, and it's you could be making those decisions for yourself, but it's about those loved ones as well, your children, your family, your relatives, that you kind of maybe want to help guide in the right pathway. So. Yeah, I thought we would go down a different way, and I know we always focus on plant-based and vegan foods and snacks, and I thought today would be a great day. I actually have a website. I'll put the link in the bottom, and I'll tag the link when we repost this video. But I found these treats. There are about 12 of them that kind of stood out to me, where they vary in terms of how long you want to take for each. Some of them is something as simple as filling up a date with peanut butter, adding some honey to it, and all of a sudden you got like they call it a better than Snickers fudge dates, and it's peanut butter with little cashew, powdered cashew on top, and with a little raspberry or any type of jelly that you're looking to kind of put in or deal with, you can have something there as well. So I think most of the time when we think about plant-based or gluten-free or vegan, we always think about salads or greens or rainbows. But my main thing and our main thing, as we've spoken before, is whatever your lifestyle is and whatever your appetite is for your entrees and meals, the number one thing we want to start doing first is substituting. And when I was going through websites, and I didn't want to find meals that looked like they were plant-based or vegan. I wanted to find something that if you could make it, it would look just like regular cookies, but without all that fillers and bad stuff in there as well. So this is a great website that I found. I didn't want to go through the how to make for each one, but I wanted to go through each of the names, and that way you guys can get a little better idea. And then if anything pops up that you're interested in, obviously you have the link there as well, or then you could reach out to myself or Jewel as well to get that recipe. So I'm going to send you these as a private as well, because I know you might be interested in taking a look at these. But one of the first ones they have here is a vegan chocolate raspberry cream cookie. What I'll do is I'll just put my camera in reverse so that way you guys can see it a little bit.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
can you see that? Does that work?
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, so
Yummy.
these look delicious. I mean, if you're vegan chocolate raspberry cream cookies, and then these were the better than Snickers fudge dates. Simple,
And I'm allergic to the nut.
snack, but yeah, and that's the thing, right? It's something that some people can't have, some people can due to allergies and such. But these were, and when I saw these, and there's a whole list. When I saw the whole list, I was like, wow, these look delicious. And I went through each of the recipes, and they're pretty simple to make, but I'm not a baker, so that's why it's kind of a little different for me. But those were the vegan chocolate raspberry cream cookies. And then here, these ones took my appetite a little bit. Blackberry lemon tea cakes.
Yeah.
So these are a little more filling, but you get to actually stuff like the dough around a blackberry with some different seasonings and stuff from there. So that took my appetite a little bit. And then this one looks interesting. It's more of a bigger plate. It's a berry oatmeal bake. So kind of like a bread style. Yeah. And then you can add obviously your own oatmeal or whatever nuts or substitutes, and then your fruit from there as well. And I like the fact that these are all a little different. Some of these are like a cookie. Some of these are like snack bites. Some of these are something where it's a little more bigger, with a kind of a cake feeling or a bread feeling here. And then this was probably the juiciest one that I saw. Healthy vegan buckwheat cake. I'm not too familiar with this type of dish before, but if it's something like this where it's just loaded with fruit, sugar, I can see how it can be something where you would want to substitute. So these are all, like I said, these are all vegan, gluten-free recipes for individuals to follow. And like I said, they're all going to be a little different. I like these. These are a little more of a snack style, like a bar style. These are chocolate cranberry energy bars. So they're not, maybe not so much as a treat, but something as an appetizer, maybe in the morning of a Valentine's Day to kind of get your day going. Besides like a donut or something, and going from there, or a muffin.
Nice.
Got these bars, and then this looked interesting as well. I have here this vegan chocolate cheesecake as well. And then I think there's 3 more. I'll just go through these real quick. Old-fashioned fig rolls. These are personally my favorites back in the day, and then I had to kind of play off these a little more. But you can make your own style and your own portions as well with your fig roll cookies. Yeah, and then these are vegan fudgy chocolate bites. Like I said, you can go for something where it's more of a bread or a cake style. These are more of a snack bite. You can make for an evening or an afternoon, or on your way to go somewhere if you're out running errands and such. You can snack on these in the car and not find yourself stopping at a Starbucks or Panera Bread, just to get something in your body. And then these last couple ones are pretty interesting. I know some women like to go in the bakery and like to do the bread and the topping and all that such from there. So these are called fabulous chocolate cupcakes with mousse frosting, and this is all vegan as well. It's kind of hard to believe when you look at all this stuff, but it is all plant-based. So like I said, all different portions and sizes depending on kind of what look you're going for. And then this is the last one,
Nah.
a strawberry mousse, a classic, something simple, effective, not too hard to make. You can make with a juicer or a blender. And and I see Jewel, yeah, you're liking these ones. Yeah, so this is something that I'd go for as well. Something simple, elegant. You can make, you know, whatever ingredients you want, mix them all together, and put them together in a little mousse and such from there. Oh, there is one more. Sorry. The last one is a healthy vegan banana split sundae. So like I said, you got cakes, bites, snacks, and then now you also got your classic banana split. And I think there's like a waffle. Oh no, oh no, it's banana. Yeah, banana under there with your own recipe of any type of ice cream or however such they want you to prepare from there. So yeah, that was those are my kind of choices. I know before we just posted the link and individuals didn't see kind of what they look like besides you and I. I thought now you can actually see, wow, there's a lot of color. It looks just like the real thing. But like I said, the biggest thing is we're taking away those fillers and those things that just don't help you, but they feel like they taste great, but they just, you know, added calories or added toxins that you don't want in your body. So I know I kind of spewed off for a little bit. I just wanted to kind of run through those, and then so everyone can kind of get a good idea from there. And I know you took a liking to a few of those. So some things that you like, some things that took your attraction, and then kind of your overall thoughts on that.
Yeah. Well, yes, people, number one, I think it's imperative that they get used to start knowing how to substitute. And you're right. The last time we posted or put the link in, I just want people to be aware that just go to the description box. I did put it in the link or in the description box below, and I'll do the same for this one. Now, that first one that you showed was buckwheat. Buckwheat is normally what people eat. It's a pancake. So people have buckwheat pancakes, maple syrup, but I think that's what we can do, Martin, is let them know that eating healthy is pretty much the choices, not the empty calories, not the artificial sugars, not that's what we can help people get used to.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to tell you, you had a lot of great ones there. And that's the website that it is nutritionstudies.org. And that's the 12 favorite plant-based Valentine Day treats. So just go to nutritionstudies.org and type in Valentine's Day treats. But yeah, we definitely have to get people in the habit of learning how to substitute, use natural products. It doesn't mean you'll never have sweets ever again. I think people have that misconstrued that, oh, making healthy choices means you can't eat healthy. It means you can't do certain things, but that's not what it means at all. It just simply means the choices are better. The products are better. For me, I can't eat nuts, but I do substitute with the sun butter. And listen, it's so good. My mouth is watering now.
There you go.
So now I'm going to go to this website and I'm going to find that mousse looks really good.
Yeah.
And mousse will cleanse the palate. And that's what I like about certain desserts. But yeah, that's a winner. That's a win-win.
Yeah, that's the winner. I mean, out of all the ones that I saw, I took for partaking the first ones with the little Snicker bite dates, and then the mousse. You know, I think for me, like I said, I'm not really much of the baker and mixing all that, but I think for women, this is something where they can actually see, hey, and when you said, when we say you're not going to taste the real or the sweet or that stuff, you're going to get it, but you're going to get it from the real source, the real fruit, the real raspberry taste, the real lemon taste, the real blackberry taste. and we want that, not the science tasting a form of a blackberry
Modified.
or whatever
Yeah.
the sweetness is. So we want the original.
Yeah.
So yeah, the mousse for me is something where I like those type of things because it really doesn't matter how much you can make. You just keep it in your fridge, and then whenever you want, you
Yeah.
just pop off a little more. With the baking and stuff, it's kind of like if it's extra there for me, I know I'm gonna eat it all. So I just that's why I have like I don't want to make more, or I want to make the perfect amount, I'm not really into the whole powders and sugar and mixing all that of the baking stuff. But I do want to kind of get into that realm a little bit because they look so good. They look so good, and if I was to make those and they come out like that, and people can't tell the difference, that's going to be the defining part. Once people can't feel a difference, then it's game over. Then we got them. You know what I mean? But like we always
Yeah.
say, it's a substitute. We want to substitute first, and then go along the way from there.
But you know what? That's what I was going to say to you. It's not that they can't tell the difference because peanut butter is peanut butter.
Mm.
So that's my question to the audience. What is it that they are not understanding or what they're not sure of? Because plant-based doesn't mean that it's artificial sugar, you see, because plant-based means that it's a lot of nuts, and there's natural ingredients. Because when I was making my coconut sun butter balls,
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to add the coconut flour. So it's
Mm.
the ingredients that people aren't used to, but it's better
Yeah,
tasting if you
yeah,
ask me,
yeah. And
and
for
you
me,
have,
I think the people who like snacks, they like to
mm,
overindulge, and then they get caught, and they're like, "Oh, I had too much. Oh man." You really can't do that with plant-based unless you're eating like tons of that, tons of those balls, like 50, 100 of those balls, and you're just going at them. But if you're having like, there's no real difference between like 5 and 10, 12, you know what I mean? You kind of like, okay, but if you have 12 Oreos, you're going to feel a difference, you know? And that's the only
absolutely,
thing there as well is like,
yeah,
even if you go plant-based, even if you cheat, you're not gonna like, not gonna, I don't want to say the words kill yourself, but you're not gonna be so hard on yourself. You're not gonna feel that overbearing of like, oh man, I can really
or
feel those extra cookies,
heavy.
you
Yeah,
know?
you don't feel heavy.
Yeah, yeah.
I had my sun butter and coconut balls, and I didn't feel heavy.
Mm,
Like you say, when you eat artificial sugars or snacks that you buy in a bag, you're feeling all of those
yeah.
carbohydrates, all the sugars, all the artificial fillers
Mm,
that are in certain desserts
yeah.
or cookies. But now that one with dates, I love dates. And I'm going to try that one because I like fig Newtons. But
Well, the
now
interesting part with
you
these
can,
ones is I actually did do that before, where I'd grab a date, it's pitted, and then I'd throw a little peanut butter on there, and then I would eat it. But now with these ones, you can actually stuff the date with a little jelly or honey, put peanut butter on there, and then with, obviously I know you're allergic to nuts, but you can add a little nut on there, or for you if you want to add a little different kind of a powder in terms of a
yeah,
different sweetening powder, you can do that as well. And like I said, with dates, if you eat 15 dates, you're really not gonna,
yeah,
it's not gonna kill your afternoon. But if you go and have 15 cookies or 15 Oreos, you're definitely gonna feel. And I'm not gonna say 15 Oreos, oh my gosh, but it's gonna prolong, an hour, and then you digest it. Then you're not gonna be hungry, or you are gonna be really hungry, and then cravings throw you off, and the hormones are all giving you different thoughts of what you should be doing. You know what I mean? So that's the number one thing is, and like you said, the dates is so simple. I mean, I thought I was doing something where I was like, oh, get a date, put some peanut butter on there. But this just blew my mind. Like, yeah, just go to the next level now. And now I don't need to have 15. I can have 5 or 6 of them. And they're that much as filling. You know what I mean? They're just as filling from there. So
satisfying. Yeah,
Yeah.
You're right about that. They are satisfying, and really and truly with dates, you won't even need the honey or extra sweetener. And that's what I was going to tell you about these desserts. It's natural sugar,
Yeah.
so you are satisfied because the natural sugar is you only have to eat
Yeah.
so much. The raspberries and all the different berries,
Yeah.
that's a natural sugar.
Exactly.
So you'll be satisfied and you don't have to eat as much. That was my point after you mentioned all of that.
Yeah, no, that's a great point because I know I actually do like the taste of uh, date syrup instead of maple syrup. I have nothing against maple syrup, but I just prefer the taste of a date syrup. And it's just the same benefits that you're looking at as if you were to get honey or maple syrup, or people are looking to get that sweetness. You can go and find date syrup
Okay.
as well, at your local grocery as a substitute instead of loading up on, whatever you're trying to have for your meal. Here's something where
That's
it's
true.
not so crazy, and the biggest thing is obviously with pancakes and waffles. When people are using maple syrup, most of maple syrup is comprised of high fructose corn syrup. That's the number one ingredient,
Right.
and that is
Right.
horrible for our bodies. It's absolutely horrible for our joints, cause inflammation, and that's the number one additive. That's the number one ingredient in that syrup. So when I went with the date syrup, and it was just the number one ingredient was the date, I could really taste the difference. And I really wasn't craving the
Okay.
date. It was just something where I could just have a nice little dip in the waffle or pancake, whatever I was making, and
Okay.
preferred the date syrup as well. So I know when people go to IHOP or they go to their diner, I want to get pancakes or waffles. Those syrups are all loaded with high fructose corn syrup. So if you can find something where it's
Yeah.
a substitute for that syrup, I prefer the date syrup. It's just as beneficial and just as equally tasteful, and it's not so much of the harm that you get from a high fructose corn syrup.
Unless it's your cheat date,
Oh yeah,
then go ahead and eat the high fructose,
yeah,
but be careful of your servings. You want to be careful of your servings. The other thing too is I really suggest, listen, I don't like the artificial sugars. I stay away from it. So that's why these are the foods that you would eat on your cheat date,
mm,
because the artificial, that's even worse.
yeah,
The body does not like artificial fillers, artificial sweeteners. So that would be something I would have on my cheat date. And then, like I say, I'd rather eat. You can use honey. You can use the maple syrup. I don't like the light syrup. If I'm gonna eat the bad stuff, I'm gonna eat it on my cheat date
yeah, yeah,
because
yeah,
I do not want to substitute
yeah.
at
I mean,
all.
you know what the hard part is? It's actually these months of October, November, December, January, and February. We're like getting past the holidays where it's midweek, weekend, midweek, weekend, and people are just all over the place with not even their weight, but just with their activities, with their lifestyle. There's so
Yeah.
much going on, and with so much going on, it's very hard to keep a stable lifestyle. So I think after this kind of month, the only thing left is maybe St. Patty's Day. Not really so much is going on around then. And then it's Easter. People are relatively fine around then because they like to do a little 40-day, making sure that, hey, I want to do my part of taking away
Yeah.
something. But I think from there on, it's the summer. You know what I mean? So I think this is a great chance. Try one time in the week. Hey, one night I wanna go plant based. Maybe not even make it your own, but just go buy plant based groceries or go to a plant based restaurant. I know those are getting more popular. Or go to a restaurant that has plant based options and try it out one time. Because I think the biggest thing is people can try to watch their weight or their choices over the winter because it's easier. But over the summer, when you're active, you want to have a good time, and it's good weather, and you're around family and around friends, you want to enjoy yourself. That's when people kind of lose themselves, and all of a sudden it's September, October, and they're like, oh my gosh, got like an extra 10, 15 pounds here. What do I do? I need to lose this over the winter. Start now. Start finding your healthy choices, your routines now, so that when those challenges do come up, you have another option. You have another door. You have another, maybe I could do it. Well, yesterday I ate over here and I was with my friends. We all ate out. Maybe today I'll do a little lighter cleaning, lighter eating, just to kind of detox a little bit, and just give yourself a chance. This is not something where you're gonna change within 5 days and all of a sudden it's golden. Even me, I'm thinking about, what should I eat? Maybe I don't want to eat that. Maybe I do want to eat that. But it's not something where like, oh my gosh, I'm starving. I need to eat something. It's been 4 hours. I can't think anymore. I'm just gonna go grab Burger King or something. Just like calm down, relax, make decisions, go from there. So I think the biggest thing that we try to help individuals is, it was very tough for our talks to have with them over December and January, just because it's holidays and they're like, yeah, I'll have time to burn it off and this and that. But now you're past that. There's literally no more excuses besides you being accountable in the choices that you want to make. And I think the best way to do it is give yourself a chance. Don't wait till June 1st and say, summer's here. Okay, I want to be healthy. You're done.
Right.
You're done. So
And
yeah.
then try to do it. You're right about that. Yeah. But as long as we keep planting the seeds and get people to understand, making healthy choices is fruits and vegetables, high fiber intake, and then better quality sugars if you're going to do sugars, because we keep saying sugars, you want to reduce your sugar intake. So with making these healthy choices and going to websites like the ones we just suggested, you're able to eat sweets, better quality, but less amount. So that's a take-home message for today. You can eat quality food, less amount, because it's natural. There's no fillers. There's no additives. There's no preservatives. That's the take-home message for today.
Yeah, I love it. That was put excellently. Yeah, that's exactly it right there. Exactly it. And the biggest thing is, most of the time is time consuming. People think I don't have time to do this. I don't have time to do that. Well, trust me, you're going to have a lot more time when you can't move, or it hurts and I can't walk, or my back or my leg. So trust me, the time to do something is when you have the chance to do it. You don't want to be past that timeline and say, oh, I could have, I should have, I would have. Do it now. Do it now. And it's not like we're talking about, hey, go buy a lawnmower because, your grass is growing and this and that, or hey, go get better water pipes because this is what's going on in water. This is what's going on a daily. The number one, actually I looked at, when we looked it up, 6 of the 7 leading causes of death are health related. So for us to get past the age of 25 years old and not think about these things, it's very immature of us. You know what I mean? And that's where people kind of grow up and like, well, they'll take care of it, or worry about it then, and it's too late. Especially when it comes to a car, when it comes to your lawn, your bathroom, your cabinets. Yeah, when they break, okay, it's time to fix. When your body breaks down, it's too late to fix. And that's not a way you want to live. You know what I mean? I mean, Joel, I don't mean to go into you, but you're in your elder years as well, and you're just as active, mobile, talking, interactive with anybody. You know what I mean? So you got to be sharp, and it's a beautiful thing. I know there's many people your age, half as vibrant, as mobile, as communicate. Like I see elder, they don't even want to talk. They don't even want to talk, and I'm walking around today. Happy Valentine's Day, man. Hope you have a good day. Oh, thank you. And just like it sucks. It sucks because they're not like that. Our divine power is love. Our divine in our DNA is love and giving. And when you're not in that mode, you're not in that mood, something's off. It's not like, oh well, this is the life lessons I learned. Born in Chicago, and you got to be tough and this and that. No, 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 no. You want to be tough. Obviously, that's where you are because you want to do better for yourself. But to give that display to everybody else, go somewhere else, man. You know, go somewhere else. Where it's 2023. If you're not
Yeah.
liking being in society, then you know, go stay in your room and stay in your closet and do something. But the choices that we have are,
Until,
you know, the choices that we
yeah.
have are really killing us. I don't understand. I'm seeing people with 32-ounce jug Pepsis. It's 8 in the morning. You know, I mean, I'm seeing people, you know, buy 2 dozen donuts for themselves, and I'm just like you can do without that. You know, you can substitute those for sure. There's some things you can't substitute. I get it. I get it. I'm not telling you to stop drinking. I'm not telling you to stop your cigarette. Whatever you got to do, that's your go-to for your vice because that's your how you release. You know, and some people have to practice a different release.
Right.
For me, when I was younger, it was soccer. Whatever I could do, or go to the gym, or get on the ball, get on the field, and I'm just like, I literally felt like wow, okay, I could take a sigh of relief. And some people find it in different ways. Some people, some men, and I had that feeling, it was like, I really want a cold beer. I know what that feeling is like. I don't crave that as much, but I know what that feeling is like. And for women, there's different vices that they go to, whether it's, you know, I got to have that certain Starbucks snack, or I got to have this coffee. That's not what's going to break you. You know, eliminating that is not what's going to, you know, fix you. What we got to do is the majority.
Right.
What you have for breakfast, what you have for snacks, what you have for your lunch, what you have for your dinner. Your coffee one time a day is not going to kill you, but it's your sugars, your fried food, not sleeping, not drinking enough good hydration. That stuff is what makes us look back and say, "Oh, cigarettes are bad for you." You know, people that smoke till they're 80, they're doing fine, but they're not doing all of the other 8 bad things. You know what I mean? So I didn't mean to go in a rant right there, but there's so many people that want to find an excuse not to go down a healthy way. And it's just like, well, you're just not wanting to live. Like, I want to live longer, vibrant. That doesn't make me selfish. That makes me want, you know, better. Like, hey, I want to do better for other people. You know what I mean? Because people are watching me, people are listening to me. Even if they don't want to, if I eventually have kids, they're eventually going to have to take and partake in kind of what I'm doing. So it's kind of being an example for others. And I'm not saying, you know, be the best eater you can be because everyone's watching you. No, I know you're gonna pig out and dig out, but not 4 or 5 times out of the week. You know.
Well, you know, you're right. And because we're passionate about what we do and passionate about how we live our lives, you know, it's all about self-love. Let's just be clear.
Exactly.
It's all about self-love. How do you care for yourself? How do you love yourself? How do you love others?
Yeah.
So when you start to put this energy into yourself, then you learn to pace yourself. It's okay to have the desires of whatever it is you're craving, but you learn to pace yourself.
Yeah.
And remember, you said you didn't like the word discipline. Here it is again. Discipline yourself enough to where you can pace yourself. So, our body is our temple, whether people realize it or not.
Yeah.
So because our body is our temple, we must take care of it. And, you know, you can see how people live their life if you see how they carry themselves, how they look, how they feel internally and externally. So with that being said, that will be the cherry on top, let's just say. So, what else do you have to say in closing? Because I just realized I've had my phone charged up all this time and my lighting keeps going in and out. I'm afraid to unplug it in case we get cut off.
Oh no, you're fine. No, that was my only thing was to show these snacks for the day. Obviously, we want to show that we can substitute all those kind of bad things that are in the ingredients that are in the foods, and you can still get that same feeling, that same taste, that same exchange of I'm giving someone cookies, I'm giving someone a cake, and giving them a healthy choice in that matter as well. For me, I love these talks. It always reignites our passion to help others. And the biggest thing we can say is, don't hear what I say, but watch what I do. And I think out of everyone, I love the fact that we're collaborating together because you always show people, do this, do that. This is what I did. This is what I'm doing. This is what I plan on doing. And there's really no
Yeah.
excuse for them to follow along. So I'm very happy. I'm very proud. The fact that it is Valentine's Day, I wish you, again, a happy Valentine's Day. I love the background. And I love how you snuck it in. Fellas, if you don't have if the fellas, let's say the fellas forgot the gift or they want to get a little something extra, Simply Jewel Cosmetics definitely will get you going the right way. And then obviously someone for your significant other to follow. Jewel is a great example for women to follow as well on her choices, as they say, on the field or off the field. And she's a true, genuine woman
Thank you.
through and throughout. So I'm very, very happy. And this day is for you, obviously every day, but happy Valentine's Day. And the background, I was thinking about a background, but you beat me on that one for sure, without a doubt.
I wasn't sure what to do until we communicated right before, and I was like, let me throw something together. I knew I was going to, like, wear red, but I just wasn't sure what I was going to do. So I'm glad you sent me a little text, and then these are all the things that I collected over the years from my family, my son, my husband, just people that loved on me. And listen, I haven't had a chance to do anything today other than a few posts and then customers, calling and confirming. But that's what I do, and it's kind of fun being at home. It's like I'm playing, as a kid, we used to play house,
Yeah.
and so that's what I did today. But yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you, and happy Valentine's to you and yours, and we'll see you on Thursday.
Yeah.
Don't forget, Thursday night, everybody, over on Facebook and YouTube. We will be using StreamYard, and feel free to come on the platform and hang out with us.
Yeah, so
Okay?
for Thursday, for Thursday, I just wanted to hope that people wanted to jump on, give us their perspectives on kind of what route they went on Valentine's Day. Did they go the healthy route? If they didn't, what did they do? And then, kind of what plan they had for their dinner or entree. And then Thursday, I'll let you know what I did for tonight as well.
Perfect. That's good. Sounds like a plan. Take care now. Peace and blessings, everyone. Bye-bye.